everyone, and welcome to Amy Learns to Cook. On this show today, we're going to make fried artichoke hearts. I went to a restaurant the other day and ordered these as an appetizer, and I paid over $10 for just a few little artichokes, and I wanted to come home and make some myself. So I did that. So join me as we make fried artichoke hearts. Our fried artichoke hearts are going to start with a jar of whole artichoke hearts. Artichoke hearts can be expensive. I have not tested a recipe out to use marinated artichoke hearts just because I kind of wanted my dipping sauce to be the flavor, the majority of the flavor. I get this at my local club store. If you buy this in a regular grocery store, you can get them in a can, or I'm assuming they come in a jar. If you're a member of a local club store, this is great. It is a huge jar of them. This is 2 pounds, 1.5 ounces, and it's really inexpensive. I think I paid $6 for this, and you can get quite a few batches of fried artichoke hearts out of this. So, with this just being in water, one of the things we need to do is we need to drain them a little bit. And the way I cook them, and I've always seen them cooked, is cut in half. And since these are whole artichoke hearts, we're just going to take them and we're going to slice them like this. So we get 2 halves. Then I'm going to put them out on a napkin or a paper towel so we can let them drain. You're not going to want them all wet when we go to batter them and put them in the fryer, because it will splatter everywhere. So I'm just going to cut up. If I cut up 10 or 15 of these, we'll have a really good batch for us for dinner. So now we're going to make our batter, and we're going to start with sifting some of our dry ingredients. So I have a bowl here with a little sieve, and we're going to add 3/4 cup of flour. We're going to add 2 tablespoons of cornstarch. Ooh. We're going to add a 1/2 teaspoon of salt. We're going to add a 1/4 teaspoon of baking powder and a 1/4 teaspoon of baking soda. And we're going to go ahead and sift this. And this is going to make the batter nice and light. It's going to take any lumps out. And we're also going to put in a teaspoon of granulated garlic. Sometimes I make a mistake and I say garlic powder. It's just because I'm used to saying that. I always use granulated garlic. The reason is granulated garlic, I buy a high quality granulated garlic from Penzeys. They have less of the skins in them. Then like garlic powder, they just throw the whole garlic in there, skins and all. They use less skin, so that's why I use a granulated garlic. And the powder kind of sometimes clumps up, so you want to use granulated. I'm also going to put a pinch of cayenne. You can do that, or you can leave it out. But, you know, that's how I am now. So I'm going to just whisk this real quick to get our seasonings in there. So we're going to add 1 egg, and we're going to add 3/4 cup of water. And we're going to go ahead and beat that together. And now we're going to heat up our oil and fry these babies off. Now we're going to cook off our fried artichokes. What I have here is an induction burner. You don't need one of these. The only reason we use this is it heats really fast and it's cool around the outside, so I don't have to worry about burning myself if I touch it. We have an enameled cast iron pan here with 1 inch to 1.5 inches worth of regular oil. We have our batter. We have our plate with some paper towels or napkins on it to put our cooked artichokes, and we have the artichokes that have been draining. Now I'm just going to take a little bit of salt and put it on here. My artichokes aren't really in a brine, they're just in a water. So they tend to be a little bland, so you want to make sure that you salt them. So we're going to take our batter here, and just a quick warning, this will not be a clean operation. Anytime you're frying anything, you're going to get stuff everywhere. So let's just go for it. And I have my oil at 350. Whoops, I'm going to turn it down a little bit. Wow, it looks good. We're just going to cook these off until they're nice and golden brown. We're going to flip them. We're going to keep flipping them. The batter takes a little bit to get brown, so if you have a little extra batter here, you want to get that out of there, because as you cook, those things tend to burn, and then they just burn your oil. And these are looking nice and golden brown. So we're going to go ahead and take them out of here, and we're going to drain them on our paper. You want to make sure that you get this stuff ready in advance. You don't want to just leave it till while you're cooking, because then you're going to look up and it's going to be like, wow, I have nothing to put these on. Wow, they look really good. And I really wish that I could say that there's a nice, neat way to fry, but I mean, there's probably worse ways. You could get you a little splatter guard to keep the splattering down, but that's pretty much inevitable. And I'm just going to continue frying these until they're all cooked. It's time to take a taste. So we have a little bit of our honey mustard dipping sauce. I'll put a link down to the description to that sauce. It is absolutely fantastic, and it tastes really good with this dip. You can use just honey. You could use Thousand Island dressing. You can do as a ranch. You can do a garlic mayonnaise. Anything you would like. Chipotle. Mayonnaise, anything you would like. So let's tasty wasty. Those are better than the ones that I ate at the restaurant the other day. Though it did give me the inspiration. The home version is always much better. So the batter is light. It's a perfect vehicle for a dipping sauce because it's not overpowering. You can make it as spicy. You can use any kind of spices you want to. You can even make it as salty. I didn't put a lot of salt in there because it seems like the one at the restaurants I have, when I left the place, I needed to drink water because it was so salty. These are great because you can put as much salt as you really would like, and you can avoid some of that. So we're going to dip it in. Wow. These are great. They'd be great for game day. If you're having someone over, a really great appetizer. And you get a little bit of the artichoke. It is just really, really fantastic. Fried artichokes. You're going to love them. If you like this recipe, please subscribe below and give me a comment and a like, and visit my website at amylearnstocook.com. I'm also on Twitter and Pinterest at Amy Learns to Cook. See you next time.